Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to go ahead and do a Gemini reading for the month of July. So let's go ahead and get started and see what Gemini have going on for the month of July, what you got looking forward to, what's coming up for dear old Gemini. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. All right. It's a good start, Gemini. Let's see what else we got. Nope. Gemini. Geminis, please. One more card for Gemini. Thank you. Okay, Gemini. So I'm feeling like some of you may be at this crossroads. Now we have the Fool here. And I feel like you may have many different paths available to you right now. And, you don't really know what to expect. You're kind of heading out into the unknown. But the Fool is kind of like letting go of worry and just, it's a total trust, trust in the universe, trust in the spirits, trust in yourself. And you may not know what to expect, but you're letting go of the fear and the worry. And it's kind of like there's no right or wrong way to do things. You use your intuition. You may be at the right place at the right time, but I definitely feel like there's something new and exciting that is about to happen in your life during the month of July. Now, we have the Queen of Swords, and I feel like maybe you're having some communication issues. Maybe you're feeling misunderstood, or you're not understanding those around you, or maybe you're kind of being judgmental or a little extra cold or lacking the compassion you really kind of need, even if it's just toward yourself, during this month. We often don't treat ourselves the way we should. And I think this is kind of telling you that no matter what this new beginning is, kind of have faith and be gentle with yourself, and compassionate toward yourself and kind while you're going through this process. We have the High Priestess, and she tells you that you have to use your inner voice. You have to listen to that intuitive nudge that the spirits are giving you if you want to successfully navigate through your life. Maybe you're not understanding what you're feeling this month, or you can't really explain it. I feel like a lot of you have a really hard shell and you're not really easy to figure out, but you kind of got to dive into your intuition this month. They're kind of telling you, really listen to that voice above all else. Even if it doesn't seem logical, even if it doesn't seem rational, listen to it. Because I do feel like with the Ten of Coins in reverse, maybe some of you were expecting some sort of financial break to come this month, but I do feel like it's going to be a little bit delayed. I feel like whatever you were waiting for, whether it's like an inheritance that may be coming through, or maybe a bonus check or whatever it is, I feel like there's kind of a delay there. Gemini. Okay. So both of these cards here represent your throat chakra. And, we have the communication card and we have the will card. Now, they go hand in hand, and they really kind of follow here with your intuition and, speaking up for yourself, whatever path you choose. So we have the communication card, and Spirit really wants you to be able to express yourself the way you need to. Like I said, you may not be understanding what you're going through. You may not be understanding others. So this is really the time to speak up for yourself. We have the will, and he talks about the direction you're going, but also displaying self-control and assertiveness. So, those are some things to kind of keep in mind here, that, you got to kind of push forward, but stand up for yourself while you're doing it, Gemini. Now, remember, we have the Queen of Swords. And like I said, you may be feeling extra judgmental or harsh or cold or whatever feelings you're going through. So when they're telling you to kind of express yourself and be assertive, they're asking you to display that self-control and that will within yourself to know what you want and to go after it. Here we have the encouragement card. Now, unfortunately, it comes in reverse, which does go hand in hand with the High Priestess card. This is telling me that you were not listening to your intuition. Maybe you've hit a brick wall. Maybe things are not panning out the way you were hoping. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world. You kind of take a misstep. It's okay. Things are not going to be done for you. They're not over for you. You have this new beginning coming. So whatever it is, and I feel like with the commitment card, this could be a partnership forming or, maybe a marriage or, something progressing. There's definitely fulfillment here. So I feel like, this new beginning and, they're asking you to listen to your intuition, above all else. That's really what they're at. They want you to know what you want, but you have to listen to it inside. You can't let anybody else make these decisions for you. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe with the will card and the communication card, maybe you've been letting people walk all over you too long. Maybe this Queen of Swords is coming to you as somebody in your life, somebody surrounding you that has been kind of dictating things a little bit too much for you. Maybe that's how some of you are right now. Maybe some of you have been letting somebody control you too much. And Spirit's saying, hey, stop it right now. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to express yourself in a positive way. Now, let me tell y'all why I love using multiple decks for readings like this. Because Spirit doesn't lie. Spirit knows exactly what you need to hear, and they're going to bring it to you. And this is why I love doing this. When you have two cards that are saying the same thing, it kind of makes you think, what's going on here? So again, we have the communication card. We also have the wasp card. And the wasp, just like the stinger, just like an actual wasp, it warns of jealousy and anger and retaliation. So Spirit is saying, pay attention to how you're communicating with the world and those around you and even yourself and your spirits and the universe. If you're not being clear, you're not being straightforward, if you're coming off angry or hostile, pay attention to that. Now is not really the time for that. Now is kind of to be clear about what you want and to approach it in a calm kind of manner. And understand that communication is not just about you speaking, to somebody else. It's also about how you speak to yourself. It's also about how you speak to the spirit guides who are listening and helping you. It's also about how you're speaking to the universe and what messages you're putting out there. And communication is also about how you're listening. So keep those kind of things in mind, that you kind of got to be observant of how you're interacting with those around you and how you're interacting with those around you that you can't see, because what you put out to the world, it definitely does come back to you, Geminis. All right, last deck for Gemini. Gemini. Last deck. Okay, let's start with surrender to the divine. This is telling you that whatever it is that's kind of causing these problems for you, you have to let the spirits know what you're going through. And then you have to hand it over to them. You can't do everything on your own, and Spirit doesn't want you to have to try to do everything on your own. They want to help you as much as they possibly can, but when you're like, no, I got it, this goes back to your hard shell, Gemini. When you're like, no, I got it, I don't need you. Stop. Let it go. Tell the spirits what you need and they're going to bring it to you. You have to acknowledge that they are there and they are trying to help. And that's the biggest thing right now. Nothing will come of this situation. Geminis, this is telling me whatever it is that's causing these problems, this lack of communication, this anger, these emotions, nothing's going to come of it. So you're worrying, you're stressing, you're angry, you're jealous, you're envious, you're bitter, you're harsh, whatever it is, nothing is going to come from it. Something better is building in its place. So don't let these emotions eat you up inside. You have to let it go. Right here, just like the Fool card with this new beginning coming, luck is on your side. Spirit is telling you what you want, go after it. They're giving it to you. They're bringing it to you. So I do feel overall, you got some good things coming into you this month for July, guys. The biggest thing I can stress is just pay attention to your emotions, pay attention to your communication and how you're expressing yourself and, interacting and sharing with the world, and, get clear on your direction that you're going, and really get that self-control, get your emotions and whatever it is you're going through. All right, guys, I hope this message resonated. If it did, could I please get a thumbs up? I would love a subscription, and I truly hope to see you next time. Thanks.